Welcome back to Cask 529. I'm Brian.
And I'm Shona.
Tonight, Shona has a blind set up for me, I believe.
Yes.
Some Elijah Craig, one that we haven't tried yet, I believe.
We have not tried the toasted barrel. We have had the rye in the small batch. These are all 94 proofers. And so I thought, what better way to kind of play a game to see, one, if you can pick out the toasted. We've never well, I cannot say that we have.
We've not had the toasted.
We've not had this toasted, but we have. I was getting ready to say we've never had a toasted bourbon before. However, I have had one. I had Basil Hayden's toasted in it, and I loved it. So I'm anxious to try this one. We've had this one probably a couple months, and it was still in the plastic. I just opened it tonight.
Did this come from Sean as well? Is this one we got from Sean?
It may be. Or no. We got the barrel proof from Sean.
We got barrel proof.
Or the single barrel. It's back here. Yeah, and we have had it. So this one's been sealed up, unopened, ready to give it a try. So the game tonight that we're playing.
Oh.
It's one, let you guys know how we like these as we're tasting them. Line them up. Two, I would like to see if Brian can pick out the rye and the toasted.
Wow.
Like if you can get them in the appropriate order.
And they are up against small batch.
Yep, the small batch. And so here in Ohio, the Elijah Craig rye is $33.99. The small batch is also $33.99. And the toasted barrel, which you can get in Ohio, but it's a little harder to find, is $54.99. And so with Elijah Craig's toasted barrel, it is the small batch that is just finished in a second custom toasted barrel that they use for this. So the mash bill for the small batch and the toasted barrel are identical. It's 78% corn, 12% molded barley, and 10% rye. The rye, Elijah Craig, is 51% rye, 35% corn, and 14% barley. Like I said before, they're all 94 proof, and Elijah Craig is distilled at Heaven Hill. It's a Heaven Hill distillery product.
So the small batch and the toasted barrel should have that strong corn presence, because you're saying they're both come from the same mash bill. They're 78% corn.
Yeah, they should. They should.
Okay.
And the rye should be a little bit spicy.
Okay.
You think you got this?
I don't know till we try.
All right, let's start with number one.
You always have a good challenge for me.
Happy Friday, by the way, everyone.
Oh, I know. This week seemed to take forever, didn't it?
It did. So this smells like a true bourbon. You got the caramel, the vanilla, sweetness on the nose, not a lot of burn.
But a little bit of heat there.
Full of spice, just a little bit of heat, sweetness.
Got some caramel in the palate. Not a terrible heat, but I would say heat prevails for me over the other flavors in that one. It's not like 130 proof heat, but it's got heat.
It does have heat. Talking about some heat, I'm pretty excited. One of our friends just called me. They are down in Kentucky, and he was able to secure something that I have been looking for the last couple months since it's been released, and that would be the Woodford Masters Collection, the Sonoma.
And
Sonoma barrels. So I'm super excited for him to get home this weekend. And get that from him next week, and you will be seeing a review of that one. So excited.
Shona, for those that don't know, anything Woodford, all things Woodford, she loves.
This one's a little oakier on the nose. I'm smelling some char, some sweetness.
I feel like less heat on the nose.
Isn't that funny? Because they're all 94 proof.
Yeah, but it's really sweet to me on the palate.
But I'm picking up some spices. And
Do you feel they're as strong as one was? I don't.
I feel they're about equivalent to one, to be honest. I'm not picking up as much sweetness on this one as I did one.
That's funny, because we're like tasting them completely opposite.
Now, I will say, I think we're both a little bit stuffy.
We are, and that could be affecting it.
My nose has been doing that little drip drip thing all day long, so, and I know he's had that the last couple days, so our taste buds may be off. This one's good. The first one was good too. I could drink either of them.
Oh, absolutely. So far, yes. There was a time when Elijah Craig was what I reached for when I wanted a pour.
Mm-hmm.
And I still like it. We've just had so many other things that we like. I hate to say I like it better, but
It just matches your taste profile
yeah,
better.
It's just whatever you're looking for at the time, I guess.
It really is. You know, I do find bourbon's kind of moody.
Yeah. It is.
Depending on your mood is which bourbon you want to
Yeah.
you drink or which whiskey you want to drink. You know?
What we pour tonight, maybe tomorrow night, I'd be like, eh.
Yeah. I really get that because sometimes I want the sweeter
Yep.
and sometimes I want a spicier, smokier, darker one. So I completely get that.
Going into 3.
Yep. Now this one smells sweeter on the nose, for sure.
Definitely.
Sweeter when it hits your palate. Slight ethanol on this one, just a hint of it. I'm hoping the next time around I don't taste that as much.
I get that, and I get this often. I get that kind of with the viscosity of it, I get kind of like maple syrup.
You do get maple syrup a lot.
And
Kind
it's
of like
not-
I get
it's
leather and
not
tobacco.
just yeah, and it's not just the flavor to me, it's that thickness, the creamy.
Now you're making me want to have pancakes.
Well, morning's coming.
Morning's coming.
I like this. I feel like right now I could put them in order, but
I'm saying number 3 is probably not my favorite. Is that your favorite?
I'd say it is. Of that lineup, I'd say it is right now. Maybe different when I go back through, but
So we'll go back through real quick, but then you can line them up, but I also want to know which one you think's which.
well, that's what my lineup's going to be. Is I'm going to kind of name them what
Okay.
I think they are.
But I also want to know which one's your
Okay,
favorite.
well, I'll tell you right now, number 3 is my favorite.
Do you want to taste them again? I'm trying his
let's
patience.
taste.
I'm
Let's
trying his
taste.
patience,
Let's
guys.
start with one.
All right.
God love her.
This one honestly just smells like a true bourbon. You get the sweetness, the caramels, the vanillas.
And that's actually different to me this time than it was the first.
Definitely a little more, a little bit more oak presence this time around. Still got the sweetness. I want to say almost like a marshmallow. Are you picking that up?
I guess I wouldn't have named it that, but yeah, I get that.
If it's not a marshmallow, maybe it's
It's kind of more of a toasted marshmallow.
it has a sweetness to it. I can't describe what the sweetness is, but it tastes like almost like a burnt marshmallow a little bit, but not so sweet like a burnt marshmallow, but it has that aftertaste of a burnt marshmallow, if that makes sense. You had some graham cracker and some Hershey bar to
Call
it.
it s'mores.
Call it s'mores. Be in heaven. This one again smelling super sweet on the nose. Some spice. A little bit of char.
Yeah.
It's this one, the second time around, I think getting my senses working. This one's unwrapping. Different little flavors.
It's confused me this time. I'm not so sure of what it is this time. Let's see what 3 does for me. What I think is most unique about these 3 is, like you mentioned, they are all 94 proof.
Yes, but
But they're so different proof-wise. They present themselves so differently.
you're right, because I would say number 2 to me is a little bit higher proof than,
Yeah.
I'd say number 3 is the weakest, honestly, to me, but they're all the same proof. And I mean, I would put them in the same range.
I
But
feel like what you're calling weak is where I'm going to place it. Like, as compared to the other 2, it's obviously not any weaker because they're all same proof. But I feel there's less going on.
yes, the
because of
flavor
which one-
profile is
because of
not
which one
there.
that I think it is, I think is why it's presenting itself that
Yeah.
way.
I'm actually going to keep mine in order of 1, 2, and 3, just as they are poured.
I'm going just to move 3 down here to my first place.
Okay. Now you tell me,
Now,
what do you
I
think number
they
1
are-
is?
I think number 1 is actually the rye.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Number 2?
Number 2, I was going to say was the toasted barrel,
Incorrect.
but I think those are, this one I feel confident is a small batch.
Incorrect.
Wow.
He
Got
did
them
not
all
get
wrong.
any of them correct.
All right, so
All right, so number 1 is
toasted.
the toasted.
Really?
Number 2 is the small batch. And your favorite, number 3,
Is the
is the rye.
Isn't that something?
So my favorite is the toasted. I honestly forgot the order I put these in because I truly thought number 3 was a small batch.
Right.
And so I was kind of shocked when I read this and seen number 3 was the rye because honestly, when I was tasting number 2, it had more of the spice, the heat that I expect in a rye than what number 3 did. Number 3 really, the profile just kind of fell flat, but you must have really liked it.
Yeah, and I thought that 1 seemed different enough to me that it was going to be the rye. You know what I mean? 2 and 3 seemed to be in the same family, so to speak, where they were kind of a corn mash, where I felt confident that 1 was the oddball, was the rye.
Yeah.
But it's really odd that I picked the rye as my favorite because that's generally not, it's not that we dislike rye. It just generally isn't something I would reach for.
Yeah. I could drink all of these. They're all nice bourbons, whiskeys.
Absolutely.
I could definitely drink all of them. And I have something exciting to announce, and I have not discussed this with my husband. So if you see a look of shock on his face, that's all me. So, Bryan has been doing some wonderful bourbon hunting this week in Ohio. He went Wednesday and he went today, and he was able to secure us 2 bottles of Stagg. So, with one of those bottles of Stagg, once we reach 500 subscribers, we will be doing a giveaway. And right now we're at 301, at least right before we started filming this one, we were at 301. So once we get to 500 subscribers, we will be doing a giveaway. I cannot tell you at this very moment what all will be in this giveaway, but I can guarantee you the one item that the winner will receive is a bottle of Stagg.
Nice, nice.
Are you upset with that?
No, I'm not upset.
He says I get crazy with giveaways, so.
She does generally. She gets carried away.
So help us get to 500 because somebody's going to win a bottle of Stagg, which is really hard to get.
And I can't even think, once we get to 500 and give Stagg away, I can't even think what you'll do after that.
No, because the next one will be at 1,000. So
100 subscribers, we gave away a bottle of Weller Antique.
correct.
Now Stagg. I'm not even going to think about 1,000. But
It'll be something
so
good.
we need 199 more subscribers.
We do. Please help us get there.
Hey, guys, it really shouldn't take that long. It seems like we just did the 100 subscriber giveaway.
It really does, yeah. And I knew, I said, we have to search for something special for the 500. And Bryan, he's like, well, I don't know what it'll be. Luckily this week, Stagg has been dropping everywhere in Ohio.
It has.
And so
all over.
I have a great husband who is willing to go stand in line and get those. Now tomorrow morning, it's been a long week for me. However, I think I'm going to try to get up early.
Wow.
Depending on how we're feeling, because like I said, we're both stuffy. And we're going to try to go to a stop a little over an hour away because we hear that they're having a really good drop day.
Yeah, we might have, there's going to be Stagg, we're pretty sure.
Yeah, but we probably won't get that because we've already got 2. And we're not going to get more than what we really need, but they have bookers and we've never received a bookers.
Yeah, we don't have any bookers.
So, and they're going to have Eagle Rare, which we do have Eagle Rare. We have a couple bottles of it. But I don't know, there's like 6 or 7 things they're getting. So we're excited to go and look. So maybe if we do get there, maybe we'll do like a little short or something, let you guys know what we do get.
That'd be cool.
But excited that we got the Stagg because I really wanted to give a special giveaway. And so thank you for going bourbon hunting. And so please help us to get to 500. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, ring the bell, whatever it takes, comment so that we can get there. And I'm not trying to beg, but come on guys, help us out with them.
I'm not begging, but please.
Not begging, but come on.
Come on, hit the subscribe. All right, guys, I think that's all we have.
Yes, and so I promise you by Sunday, we will take you down to the basement. Bryan started working on painting the ceilings today. I have some work in the shop to do this weekend, but I'd like to also help you downstairs and get a couple things done, get more lighting in because we didn't have much lighting in so that we could take you guys down on Sunday evening and show you how the progress.
I think also that this will be a big rush this week, more so for me than Shona. I think we're going to try to pour our concrete countertop next Saturday. I've got some help lined up to help me carry the buckets of concrete into the basement.
And we will be filming that. I know that a lot of people want to see that. Now, it'll probably be time-lapsed.
Yeah, I'm not sure That's going to be a
time-lapse some of
timely
it.
process.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not going to record.
All of it, but we will record portions of it.
Yep.
So that everybody can see that.
We may have Shona mobile with the camera because there's not going to be a whole lot she's going to be able to do.
I'm sure I'll be installing outlets or something though. I'll do something, I
Yeah,
promise.
there'll be something. It's not like she won't be doing anything. But for this process, she can pick up the camera occasionally
I can.
and kind of shoot a little bit of what's going on.
And I'm quite happy to let them do all the work on this one.
I would be happy to let someone do all the work. Totally out of character, though. We let somebody do all the drywall.
Yeah,
And
I'm
that
anxious.
was so nice.
It looks, we haven't painted it and everybody knows the paint job will tell you how good of a drywall job
Yeah.
it really is.
It will.
But just wiping it down tonight before the show, we were downstairs, I was wiping it down to get all the dust off of it so Bryan could start painting. And to me, there was a
looks
few
great.
spots you had to sand down, but other than that, I mean, it looked good.
Yeah, it really does.
So-
anyway, I got the main part of the ceiling to get painted white tomorrow, and then everything will have the first coat of ceiling paint. And then it'll be time to start on the walls. So, but shelving, cabinets behind the bar, that's key this week because of the countertop. So at some point, today I couldn't go get the material for that
been
because
Rain, and it
Mud
is actually
too,
storming
yeah.
right now.
yeah, I've been listening to it
Yeah.
while we've been sitting here. So tomorrow it's supposed to clear off. Hopefully we can go get the wood and materials we need to start building those shelves and cabinets. That's kind of our thing, building that kind of stuff. So I'm not, time-wise, once we have the material, I'm not worried about getting that done. So anyway, we'll see how that goes.
It's going to go great.
will.
So, again, Stagg, 500 subscribers. Make sure your friends are hitting that subscribe button so that we can get there, so that you can win. Because most likely they're not going to watch it if you make them hit that. So.
Do your friends a favor,
Yeah.
turn them on to us.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll win the Stagg.
And then they'll give it to you because they really don't drink bourbon.
Yeah, and they'll be like,
Who
you know
knows?
what, thanks, you got us to join this, so
Yeah.
you should have this.
That's right. Good friends are like that.
And it doesn't come with a 1099, so it's not going to hurt anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. And probably some Casify 29 swag.
Swag, yeah.
Yeah. They can keep that, give you the swag. I mean, sorry.
way, the private
Keep that, give you the stag, not the swag.
Stag, swag.
All right, guys, have a great weekend. We will shoot a little thing out there tomorrow if we get a nice little pickup tomorrow. I'm not sure if we will or not, but who knows?
We won't get it if we don't go.
That's right. Have a great Friday, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.